What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Good morning, Saturday morning. Come to vibe with y'all for about an hour. Come vibe, hit the like, hit the subscription as y'all come in. Hit the like, hit the subscription, get the camera right. Pittsburgh pulled up. Free Jack Cuff. Sad news. Yeah, man. Rest in peace to the hip hop legend, Rob Bass, Harlem Mike. We're gonna let a few more people come up in the chat. Let me get myself situated while y'all come up in here. As y'all come in, hit the likes. I need likes. I need likes so I can get into the suggestion box. We're gonna talk. It takes two. Good morning, y'all. Rest in peace, Rob Days. Smash the like button. Yeah, smash the like button. Rest in peace, Rob Bass, man. Salute. Salute to the comrade. Rest in peace, Rob Bass. Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Mohawk Diva, my homegirl Ebony. She passed away too. I said, my last 7, 8 lives, I've been having to say rest in peace because every time I wake up, it's somebody that I know passed away. Rest in peace to Mohawk Diva, known for, setting trends in Harlem and the Bronx. Shout out to all the 80s babies. Shout out to Yandy. Shout out to Janoy. Shout out to everybody that's mourning. They sister death. You know what I'm saying? One of Harlem's finest. Yes. Rob Bass, man. One of the reasons I started rapping, like, if you from New York and you a hip hop head, you know what the year 1988 was. From the hustlers to the fashion to everything. That summer, that spring or slash summer, it takes two to make a thing go right drop. It's not a car, it's not a block party, it's not a house, it's not nothing, it's you couldn't go nowhere without hearing that record. You could not go nowhere without hearing It Takes Two to Make a Thing Go Right. Like that's the jam that they put on when the block party getting packed and they start doing the circles for niggas to dance and all the Soul Train lines, and that's one of the songs that break the summer. To me, songs like Summertime by Will Smith, It Takes Two, The Wick, stuff like that is timeless. It's never gonna get old. It's never gonna get whack. It's always gonna make you feel nostalgic when the weather break. Those is three records. The Wick, It Takes Two, and Summertime is always gonna make you feel a good feeling, like the radiance that go over your body when you feel those records. The frequency of the music. Yeah, he was still touring off that song damn near 40 years later. That's incredible, man. That's why. That's what timeless music creates, man. It's timeless. You can play it the year it was done, or 50 or 40 years from now. Nobody is never gonna stop playing Rob Bass. He also he also had another joint called Joy. Pump it up and rain. keep it going now. Sunshine, what else in rain? Yeah, he had some joints, man. He had some joints. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rip a microphone. Yeah, he got some quotables. I didn't remix some raw bass verse on a song called "Get It Rockin'." Like though, that song is gonna be forever embedded in my mind of my childhood, of the great times I had in my childhood, growing up with my best friend. Let me show y'all something. This is my best friend, Mark. He in the burgundy maroon shirt. That's me in the pink, off pink shirt with the psychedelic shorts with the Jordan 5s on. You see the Jordans with the yellows. I thought I was motherfucking Will Smith. You see I got the Gumby. You can't really see it. Me and my bro both got Gumbies and stuff like that with designs in the head. We got the flat tops too. That's 89 right there. That's 1989. That's me and my best friend Mark. Yep, that's me and my best friend Mark. This is what I was doing in '89. You see the stance? You see the joints with the reflector tongue? You see how I was doing in '89, '90? Niggas be talking all this old school picture shit, what they was doing with them. My man Moms and Pops was one of the biggest drug dealers in New York. Facts. We went to every restaurant, Fart Ruckers, Beefsteak Charlie's, Hooper's Choice, everything that you was going to on your birthday or a special day, we was going to that shit on a regular day. Every day in the summer of '89, '90, '88, we was going everywhere. Beefsteak Charlie's, all that shit. Uh, Anywhere you can, any Bennigan's, the Ground Round, Sizzler, we was going to those type of restaurants every day. I was born around fucking hustlers. I don't know what this bozo nigga talking about. Yeah, Casa had the colors on back then. When It Takes Two was in every hood. That's a fact. You look so different. Yeah, that's before my eyes got really fucked up. That's me back then. That's an old school picture of me with the flat top. You know what I'm saying? With the Gumby. You see my man Mark got the miniature basketball. We was playing Nerf basketball in his crib. Stay away from being you contagious. Yeah, man. Broad base. Yeah. I had the little Gumby. My man, he had the flat top. See, I wish I could shrink this picture down, but you see how I was coming. I just walked in my man Chris. His mom said, yo, y'all take a picture before I leave. I came in with the joints. I ain't even take my sneakers off yet before I got on the carpet. Niggas had to see them mics, them reflected tongues. Yeah, you're still my friend. That's my best friend. Me and him was both born on the 18th day. He was born on October 18th. I was born on June 18th. His mom's was the first person to ever take me to Florida. Like I spent Floridas and summers because of him right there. Yep, and he's still my best friend, and we don't have to talk every day. But I bet you this: we don't miss each other's birthday. Never. But yeah, that's me like 88, 89, something like that. Around the time the Rob Bass song came out, maybe 90. Yeah, we had money coming up. Look, my nigga got the money. Look how we look. I was doing the colors back then. I told niggas I've been a crayon man rock star since I was little. Oh, it's a lot of static. Oh man, let me turn my mic on. Oh man, I thought the mic was on. My bad. The static going now, y'all. How to sound? My bad. Though. I thought the mic was on. Yeah, it's gone. Where your starter jacket at? I'm gonna bring up old pictures and all that. Them starter jackets, that shit was like a fad for me and my niggas. When everybody started getting us, when we started jumping on Helly Hansen and shit like that. Imagine how Harlem looked back then. Um, Harlem wasn't gentrified in the mid '80s. It was a lot of abandoned. Like sometimes a tear drop past my eye when I walk through my old block and I see all the buildings that they built. Cause half of my block, it was probably when I lived on 135th between 7th and 8th. It was probably like no lie, maybe 6 functionable buildings. Everything else around us was abandoned. Abandoned cars. If you lived on if you lived in Harlem, you know 135th between 7th and 8th had both streets nothing but abandoned cars. The first time I ever humped on a girl, kissed on a girl, was in a back of a abandoned car. I got my ass whooped too by my grandfather Cecil. He whipped my ass. He was looking for me, caught me in the back of that seat humping on that girl. Man, he whipped my ass from 8th Ave to 7th Ave. Was you rapping back then? Yeah, I was rapping. My name was Tony B. I was called Tony B. Yep, I was rapping back then. I've been rapping since I was 9. You wasn't even born yet when I took this picture, King. You was born in 93. This picture was like 89, 90, something like that. Salute the grandpa. Yeah, but it's just certain music when you hear it, your body and your mind take you back to the time of when you first heard that song. And It Takes Two to Make a Thing Go Right by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock was one of them jams. My grandmother, God bless her soul, my grandmother Alberta Dawkins, she used to throw parties in 33, right? And this is how my music catalog got up as I got older. Cause when I fell in love with these records that they used to play, they used to, it's always a kid that when the grown-ups come, they want to dance or perform. That was me and my cousin Butter. We used to do the kid and play, the kick, the jump over the leg, the slide under the legs, all that. We used to do that we used to watch that movie till we got the routine down pat. But they used to throw these parties and songs like It's Take Two and I Like by God used to play, you know what I'm saying, as well as the reggae, the real reggae, the Iki Mouse, the Shabba Ranks, the Bob Marley, the Jimmy Cliff, the Yellow Man, the I said Iki Mouse, Yellow Man, Jimmy Cliff, all the reggae, Sizzler, Sanchez. I grew up off of mad different types of music, especially in my when I was around my dad. You know what I'm saying? For a few little early years of my life, and that was the early '80s. But I've always been around music. My mom's used to go to this record store called Nobody Beats the Wiz, and she used to go buy 12-inch records every other day, especially on Friday. All the albums, all the Dougie Fresh, all the Slick Ricks, all the Lilo Thomases, all the EPMD, all that Stetson Sonic, everything that was hot back then. My mom's had in her album collection. My mom's used to have like albums sitting up against the wall, like in rows. And I'm talking about hundreds of albums stacked up, this sometimes double because one might get scratched. I remember she bought the Thriller album like 3 times because it kept getting scratched, because that's all we used to play. Like that PYT, that Billie Jean, that was my shit. Bougie Bonte, You Was Scared of Preacher. I didn't, I was Preacher, I was a little kid. Them niggas was older than I ain't had nothing to do with that shit. I was born in 1979. I know nothing about no preacher, except what people tell me. That Whitney, that Prince, yeah, everything. This was around the Darnell Porter days. I didn't even have to wear my glasses like that back in the days. As I got older, my eyes had got messed up. I had got hit by a car when I was like 3 or something like that. I got hit in the Bronx, like over there in the Grand Concourse. I got hit by a car, ran out on the street to go chase my cousin, and I got hit by like a taxi cab or some shit like that. All I remember is the car was a green, like a old school green car, like a booger green, like a slime, like a real dark booger green car hit me. That's all I remember, but that's how my eyes got fucked up. It was good, cuzzo. Richard Wilder. What up, Rich? Richard, what up? I'm just telling them about some old school shit, how we grew up in the 80s. My cousin Richard, that's crazy here. My cousin Richard taught me how to break dance. He used to know how to do all that shit, spin on the hand, the windmill, all that. My cousin Richard used to live above me in Harlem. This was in the early 80s, this before they moved back to Atlanta. I lived in apartment 4. I think they lived in apartment 6, if I'm not mistaken. It's mistaken, right? And we used to be out in front of the building. This one, Kathy and Shaheen and Matthew and everybody moved in my mom's 1-bedroom apartment. And we used to just be break dancing in front of the building, rapping. Like, I've been rapping and break dancing since I was like 4 or 5 years old. Really started writing my own rhymes like 9 or 10, something like that. But I was always around. My family always had music in the house. Like all I remember is music. Fam checking in, that's love. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, Rich, that's facts. Yeah, Rich. We used to be break dancing. We used to be break dancing. I'm telling them how 135th used to look back in the days. I told them like it was only like 4 functionable buildings on our block at the time. It wasn't too many buildings. The only build side that was really functionable was the side we lived on the side of the precinct, the 32nd precinct. But the 80s was fire back in the days. I spoke with Matthew the other day. That's what's up. That's what's up. My God, brother, that's crazy. Why you in the graffiti? The element of, yeah, I was in, I used to write Old Boy, Oboy, Old Boy. I first started writing K-I-K. Then I started writing Cars, K-O-Z. You know what I'm saying? I used to start, damn, what's going on? Then I started writing Old Boy, my man. Yeah, I got into the graffiti shit when I was young. Yeah, you spoke to Matt. Yeah, we had fun back in them days. Them niggas used to be break dancing in front of the building. Matthew, nigga Shy, the nigga Puzo just stepped up there. I just spoke him up.
Oh yeah, I seen you talking about raw bass.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Raw Bass.
Shout out to John.
Shout out to George.
John Henderson needs to dance for him.
John Henderson, the dancer. Like I'm telling you,
Yeah,
like,
he needs to dance for raw
like
bass.
these is like these type of records. Like I was saying, like Summertime and It Takes Two. These is the records me and my cousin used to get off at the block parties. Like, we used to get off on these joints. And we got off on these songs when they came out. Like, when the songs came out, like, I remember when One for All, Brand New Begin, It's All For, I remember when that shit dropped. I remember when that shit, I remember when that Chubb Rock Treat You Right dropped. I remember when my cousin was in that video. I remember when that shit dropped. I remember when one of the big boys dropped.
That's the two of us, yeah.
I remember when these shits dropped. We was there. Me and my cousin, I just pulled up, just came in, shout to Puzo here in the building. IS Forever, Endangered Species founding member. Yo, when I tell you, we went to go see Juice the day it came out. We went to go see Juice. It was the day before one of his birthday parties. That shit came out like January 19th or 18th. His birthday party was the next day. It was on a Saturday. I remember it was like a Friday the movie came out. It was brick ass cold. I had on a first down, because this was when I Method Man and all these niggas was wearing the first downs. And my cousin had on a starter. Y'all wanted to talk about starter jackets, right? Y'all want to talk about starter jackets? This is what my cousin had on for all these dickheads that be up on here talking about this dumb shit about fashion on it. My cousin had on a Philadelphia Eagles green, silver, and gray puffer jacket with the hood that zipped down. Niggas ain't know nothing about that. Y'all niggas wasn't doing that.
And they was cheap.
When they was cheap, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Y'all niggas is buying this
was
vintage
cheap.
shit when shit was cheap.
We was buying shit when it first dropped.
When it first
I
dropped.
had Jordans when they first
Exact.
dropped.
Yo, I got the picture of me and Mark right now in building 511. I got the picture up right now of me in the party shorts with the Jordan 5s on.
Yep, I had the threes when they first
Like,
dropped.
yeah, look. I'm standing like this. I ain't even got my eyes wasn't even that bad back then. I ain't even had my glasses on this day.
I still had a mic on.
Yeah, nigga. Y'all can hear him. Y'all ain't gonna see him. He got the mic on though.
Yeah, I'm in the background.
That's the magnet.
What was that?
Yeah, but yeah, man. Niggas don't understand, B. When these records came out, when this era, like you had, if you not from New York, you're not gonna fully understand the element of hip hop. You're not. I don't give a fuck what you say. If you not from New York, if you not from the 5 boroughs, yeah, Manhattan is, music is universal. Hip hop is universal. It's everywhere. It's on planet Mars. It's wherever you want it to be. But you will not fully understand the element or what hip hop is unless you are from New York City. If you not from New York City, you got hip hop secondhand. You got it secondhand. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to no region or nothing like that. I'm just telling the God honest truth. You had to experience that shit when it was going on. And I was there. I was born in
The
79.
Mecca.
This the Mecca.
The Mecca.
Hep-
They take their Hajj, they go over there.
That's a fact.
You gotta come over here.
Yes, you fucking right.
Come over here to get your Hajj. What is called the Hajj when you
Yeah, when you go to Mecca and take your pilgrimage, yeah,
Come over here
yeah.
and do the same thing. It's kind of like the same.
Same
So
thing.
For hip hop, to come here, you gotta really understand. You gotta really, That's why I can't wait till the hip hop museum opens.
Yeah, I can't wait till that's open because it's just like people be talking this hip hop shit, and you seen this shit as a spectator. Me and my niggas indulged in this shit since little kids.
Yeah, we helped create the culture too.
Come on, we helped create the
We
culture.
helped create the culture.
Niggas wasn't doing that shit we was doing, man. Little kids.
You know how many times we fucking danced off a raw bass record to motherfucking mixtapes for talent shows.
That's what I was saying
for-
before you
for,
came here.
Fucking Apollo. Shout out to John Hendrickson. He was actually the one in the It Takes Two video on the side with the jean jacket on. That's my brother. I used to dance with him at the Apollo and shit.
Sure.
But he was I gotta call him and see how he doing because Raw Bass was his like brother.
Ooh.
He used to dance for him for years.
Shout out
Everybody
to-
that know Raw Bass, they
That's a
know
fact.
John. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Three Wise Men, 880.
I forgot the other guy who was the dance.
He said, glad you fixed the mic. Love the channel, boy. Chicago checking in. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. The voice that y'all hearing is Puzo.
Yeah, aka Aaron Black shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Host of Dad Talk Podcast.
You know what I'm saying? And
Dad Talk Podcast Harlem.
we about to start a podcast up very soon called The Lost Eras. Talking about all vintage shit, all shit you had to be there type shit.
Yeah, basically shit like right now.
Like right now.
This is kind of like a new a Lost Eras episode. Anytime you go back in time and nostalgic and history, or if somebody die, you know, somebody passes away, it always takes you back to that nostalgic time. So it is a lost era that is unfortunate that somebody have to die for people to actually get, you know, want to speak about the past in that way. You know, it's always about when somebody died, people want to regress back, but you got to celebrate your past and your future, because without your past, you won't know where to go, or you won't know why your future is in your present day of time.
That's a fact.
You
Get
know,
the likes up, y'all. Come on, hit these likes. I ain't asking y'all for
without,
no super chats.
without the past, you know what I'm saying? The past is what shapes your future. You know what I'm saying? So
Like, let me ask you a question, Puzo. Like, what's one of the records that still to this day, to this current day, that you hear and it give you that feeling of the block parties and the cookouts and the coming, the haircuts and the airbrush shirts? What song would you say that always give you that feeling no matter what?
um, yo, you know what's so crazy that you asked that? Because I was in Ricardo's yesterday, right? The shit was lit.
It was lit.
It was lit,
Okay.
and they was doing one of those Grand Shaka mixes.
He's doing
where they
going
was playing all the
that shit. Okay.
brand Nubians. They was playing.
They had one of them
played
sets.
everything but raw bass though. What was so crazy, right? So I was like, it was crazy how I was having this nostalgic time in Ricardo's. Me and Lakia was together, and I was like, damn man, this shit about to close. So it's like, how the fuck we gonna miss this? Like,
Yeah,
it was
the
a
last
vibe in
hurrah.
there yesterday. It was a vibe, and they was playing all old shit. But you know what record came on? And I was at the table doing the Dougie. It was I think it was The Show by Dougie Fresh. I think it was that. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was that joint, or the other one he got. What's the other one that's mean that he used to do at the State Building a lot?
The Show.
The Show and another one.
And
I think it was The Show. That
probably
came
was
on.
The Show.
But that's one of the records. The Show.
It's so crazy you bring up the State Building, right, Puzo?
The Show, bro.
86.
So I think The Show was one of my records, to answer your question. The Show, and being that Max B was talking about Kane the other day, that boom 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 boom,
Yeah.
warm it up, Kane,
That warm it up,
nigga.
Kane? Yo, bro.
So I understand what everybody was talking about with Max and all that, but like Kane was the king, B, at that time.
Yeah,
B,
he was
of,
king.
like, solo albums, and like that record takes you back, bro.
Yeah, those records.
So those two, I think I have two. One from Doug and one from motherfucking Big Daddy Kane.
Yo, it's crazy that you say the State Building, right? This had to be like 1983, 84. Maybe, because my little brother wasn't born yet. I'll say like 84, 85.
Harlem Week was
at the
was
State
on
Building,
125th.
right? At the
Those
State
who don't
Building,
know.
for real, right?
For those who don't know, the Harlem Week was originally on 125th between, I think, like 8th.
It was on, no, it started from 8th to like 5th. That whole shit used to be packed.
Shit used to be lit.
A Stampede went on, right?
Yeah, I remember those.
A Stampede went on. My little sister ran up on the stage. We was panicking. We couldn't find her. A Stampede, little fight broke out, but it was thousands of people out there. She ran on the stage with Dougie Fresh.
Wow.
Never forget this. Dougie Fresh was like, anybody lost a girl named Quanisha?
Wow.
And they was like, yeah, we was with my aunt at the time from downtown. She used to actually live in the Carter. It's called the Graham, but the real building that y'all know as the Carter, my cousin Michael and his guardians used to live there. So they took us to Harlem Week in like 84, 85. Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, they was doing that Lottie Dottie shit when that was going on. I remember this. My sister ran up on stage just before my aunt got her. Dougie Fresh on the whole doing. He was like, yeah, her guardian is here. We like, just cause she ran on the stage, you know how to do the WAP? And she was like, yeah. So they start performing, and she just started going up there doing the WAP as a little girl. This is what I'll never forget. This is when I tell niggas, you had to be there. If you never was on 125th in the 80s, we seen it was nothing to see a celebrity because we from Harlem. Harlem is the Mecca. You gotta come here. You gotta come. We seen the Run DMCs, the Raw Bass, the Special Eds, the Dougie Freshness, the Onyx. Everybody used to come to Harlem. The Redmans,
Shout out
everybody.
to the Apollo.
Shout out to the Apollo. I always big up the Apollo, the Mary Flowers shows, the
Bro.
concerts used to do. What's what was that? The Big Dog or the Top Dog? What was
Yeah, Super Top Dog
Super
show.
Top Dog show?
Yo, but that
Come
amateur
on, B.
night at the Apollo, that every Wednesday it used to be free.
Yeah.
Yo, bro,
Yep,
you
for
know
the
how
taping.
many performances I saw going there? Like in one day, I used to see like 4 or 5 people, bro. So imagine one day you in there for a taping, right? But you see Big Daddy Kane, you see Heavy D, you may see Keith Sweat, all in one taping.
Yep.
5 shows, nigga be in there for like 4 hours.
Yep.
Seeing, and you don't know who's coming up
At all.
That was dope.
That
about
was
it.
dope about
So
it. Yep.
that's how I was able to see a lot of shows back to back, like in one shot, like a dress rehearsal type shit, but with actual people performing. You know
I gotta shout out my brother Chim. Shout out to Trent Chim, the Brown Bomber. I gotta shout out to my boy Chim from the Washington Heights, right? My man Chim is the first nigga that ever took me to a rap concert. My nigga Chim took me to my first Summer Jam. He took me to my first Apollo Theater concert. He took me to who was performing at the Apollo? Little Kim, Jay-Z,
See, all in one shot.
Mobb Deep, and Redman. Redman performed the whole Muddy Waters album. Lil Kim just dropped that. She came out. The curtain opened up. She was in that pose with that leopard shit on, with the Gabbana girls on the stage popping Moab with the Versace shades on, with the bikinis with the minks on. Jay-Z performed last. He performed like 2 songs. He had like the last 15, 20 minutes of the show. Mobb Deep came out and did that G.O.D. Godfather Part 3 shit. All that Up North Trip, all that first Infamous album. Yo, bro, I start to see the chips from the ceiling start because it was so crazy.
That's crazy.
And that was the essence of hip hop. When he took me to the Summer Jam, the first Summer Jam was in some arena in Jersey, I believe. And Nori, Cam, Charlie Baltimore, they came out on a fire truck. Spraying the crowd. They was doing that Charlie, and Cameron, Nori. They was doing that CBS. Yo, they were crazy doing that shit. And that was the real era of hip hop coming up, like really understanding like what you was a part of, like waking up on a Saturday watching Video Music Box and one of the big boys come on and you like, damn, that's really my cousin. Oh shit, this nigga's really in Kwame video. This nigga's really in Prince Money Don't Matter video. Oh shit, this nigga's really in Malcolm X movie. Though, how did that make you feel as a young teen, being from Harlem?
Or you're growing up.
Actually. Yeah.
So now, like, so let me like speak on a grown up looking back. I'm like, damn, like when you think about the culture, I say like, damn, I was really a part of the culture. Or I say we was a part of the culture because we've done things that help shape the culture, like musically and visually. So it's like things that people could see, right, and touch and get inspired by. That's definitely a part of the culture. Like something that you will buy, something that you will sell, or even somebody dressing like you. That's kind of like you was a part of the culture. So I look back on it like more at the time. You know, you a young kid, you young. You like, damn, I could see how one job and getting cool with one type of people, like casting or whatever, can catapult you. Can catapult you into other jobs.
Yeah, let me make sure your mic on.
My shit was on, or it wasn't on all that time.
No, they heard you though. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hold on, make sure this in there.
Oh, they heard me through the background.
Yeah, you just still got the magnet.
I can hold it.
Yeah, make sure to put the magnet on.
Yeah. But they couldn't hear me all the time?
Nah, they couldn't.
Nah?
They can hear you now.
Oh shit. So all that talking I was doing?
Yeah, you can talk now. Make sure you find that magnet.
Okay, I got you. But they couldn't hear me all the time. God damn.
But they probably heard you from my
Oh,
mic.
through your microphone. No, but what was the question again?
You found it?
Nah, but I go. Nah, it was on my But what you was saying?
Yeah.
I found it.
I was feeling growing up in the culture, being a part of it though.
Yeah, man. Like at the time, it was in my shirt, but at the time, I gotta find it out. Yeah, at the time, you know, you young, and when you're a part of projects, when you're young, you don't really realize what kind of impact it was at the time. But you know, because you just having fun at the time. But it is a ill feeling being able to see yourself visually on TV, you know, see it, and then, you know, being able to go home and be able to like really watch yourself. It's a ill feeling. It's a good feeling. It was a good
Somebody
feeling.
said this is exactly what's wrong with New York. Y'all swear the rest of the country don't exist without y'all, but y'all feel y'all from the South. Nah, not true. We don't. We just saying that this is where it was created, and if you didn't experience at the time, you really kinda didn't experience the full experience of hip hop after it spread it out. Not saying that y'all don't have a hip hop culture, because I respect the South and the Midwest and all that other wherever else it started, but this is what I'm saying. This is the Mecca. It's just like you can't. You can't not say New York is not the Mecca if it was created here. Now after it spread it out, the love, like I said, I've seen many different cultures. I respect the culture in Philly of hip hop. I respect the culture in Chicago. I lived many places. I lived in Los Angeles. I'm saying that New York is the Mecca, and if you didn't experience hip hop here, you haven't really experienced hip hop yet, and that's all I'm saying. I ain't saying.
Yeah, it's like saying like you know, like going back to, I'm like, we not saying like other states and all that didn't have block parties or jams and all that, but a lot of like jams and seeing like Master Dawn and having like real shows in the park and all that, like a lot of that shit originated here.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? A lot of that shit originated here. You know, niggas bringing turntables and speakers outside. Like, that's like the origin of hip hop. Like my brother bringing a fucking dresser in the house outside the DJ. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know, doing anything for the culture, anything for music, period. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Nah. And you, and what's his name? I'll just say, there's about a year difference from New York and LA. Yes, it's the Mecca, but y'all will never understand the experience of LA in the 80s. You probably right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but we also come from an era where, you know, where we come. So shout out to AZ and Mob Style. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AZ and Mob Style, our big bros that we grew up under. You know, that's like our uncles, you know, big brothers or whatever. We also was tapped into LA because, you know, they were battling. They were the only East Coast, the first East Coast gangster rappers, Mob Style.
Yep.
Right? We not even talking about, we talking about before gangster rap was even out. You understand what I'm saying? Mob Style was one of the first gangster rappers like on the East Coast that was really talking that street getting money shit,
Underworld
because they was
shit.
really living it, to the point where it got too Easy-E in them.
Yeah.
Where they started having a back and forth. I don't know how many people know about the Mob Style and NWA.
Yep, the first
East Coast, West Coast discrepancy of beef.
That's a
Because
fact.
it wasn't that serious, because it was just words. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we was tuned in and tapped in with what was going in LA in the 80s,
Yeah, we
because
definitely was.
because we had a group over here that was in correspondence with them. So we had to know what was going on over there in the 80s growing up, as the mob style, group was developing, just how NWA was developing at the time. You get what
Shout
I'm
out
saying?
to Tay Smith. You right. Cause this is like this, right?
You just speaking facts.
I'm just speaking facts. I've lived all over this country, right? And one thing that I got tapped in was the hip hop culture. It's even a hip hop culture in Des Moines, Iowa. I've been in Des Moines, Iowa, right? So I've lived in Chicago. I lived in LA. I lived in New York. I lived in Florida. I lived in North Carolina. I lived in a lot of places. I lived in upstate New York. A lot of shit I got to see firsthand. I remember when Benny the Butcher was 2 Chainz Benny Man. I remember when Conway was Cannon. I remember when I remember when before Stove God Cooks, his name was A-Train. Aaron Cooks that used to come to the studio on North Salina Avenue. I'm talking about being a part of the hip hop culture and seeing that shit grow from dirt and seeds into a tree. Being a
Exactly.
part of the hip hop culture at that time was a whole different element of 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 upbringing, because you was actually a part of what was going on. Y'all caught NWA probably about 4 years after LA got to experience it, so y'all only experienced LA. You bugging the fuck out. Niggas been in tune
How we get
with
it
the
after?
we was listening to DOC,
I guess they
Easy.
mean. I guess they mean like maybe we didn't catch NWA locally.
We caught all that
No, I
shit.
mean like let's say we was from their hood, right?
Uh-huh.
And before they were like really out, niggas in the hood knew about them. They heard their music before they was out. I'm just saying this is my opinion of what I think he's saying. Like, yeah, that's just like us knowing rappers over here before they got mainstream for
Yeah,
people to hear.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, you might have, yeah, because that's y'all hood, that's y'all state, that's y'all state.
But
Of course you're
mainstream,
gonna know.
everybody caught it at the same time.
Yeah, mainstream, but
Mainstream,
not
everybody,
locally.
not locally.
Not
It's a
locally.
fact. Just like now, niggas is just getting on to mob style and shit like that, because they start to go back and do their research and stuff like that. It's a lot of niggas that came before us in this hip hop game.
Yeah.
Shout out to that's why I'm working on my interview with Mo Money. Shout out to Mo Money. Shout out to Harlem Nights from 135th and Broadway to 30 33. Shout out to North. Shout out to all these MCs that came from Trooper J, Mike Boogie. Shout out to these guys, Baby Thad, Mob Style, Harlem Hoods, motherfucking Young Guns of Harlem. Shout out to Big Bootsy. Shout out to all. It was so
But
many
like, yep,
pioneers
so
that
many
came
pioneers.
before us. And I'm letting
Way
y'all
before
probably
that.
never even heard of these guys, but these is guys that's etched in stone in New York City that you probably never heard of. Like it's guys that is the reason why niggas rap the way they rap, is because of guys
Yeah,
from the
they
street.
went, yeah, because nothing is new under the sun,
Son.
and everything has an origin of something. Somebody always gets something. Even rap, like people was doing the spoken word back in the days. Turning it into rap. Is everything is an origin for everything, bro.
But like, all right, so like we when I've been listening to NWA since like '88. Express Yourself, all that shit. Everything that came out,
The first
we
record.
had like we we had all that. We used to watch all that shit. We had video music backs. We had hot tracks. We had on Saturdays we had Pump It Up with D Bonds.
Same thing. Yeah, we had a lot of shit.
We had a lot of shit that we can watch. This is when
That
MTV
exposing us to the culture.
just start exposing us to the culture. But what I'm saying is, you didn't have a lot of rappers from LA that was popping at the time, but NWA. You had a variety of New York motherfuckers that was already rapping and it was doing their thing. Like Kane, Stetson Sonic, Father MC, Heavy D, Run DMC,
LL.
LL. You had so many niggas that was doing their thing already in New York. KRS-One, Rakim. You can't forget the Juice Crew. It was so many different motherfuckers in this game doing it. We ain't get the LA music until the impact of NWA came. Then we start seeing the DOCs, then the Sam Sneeds, then the Dr. Dre's and the Snoops and the Corrupts. We seen all that.
And a lot of that shit, a lot of rappers from all over are influenced by East Coast rappers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like a lot of them, like a lot of people that sound like East Coast dudes that's from different states, they always make a big impact in that and where they from. Like let's say Game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Game is like heavily, like my opinion, he's heavily East Coast influenced.
That's a fact.
You know, he got a son named Harlem and all that, right?
Yeah.
And all that.
Mm-hmm.
So he a mix between Nas and this and whatever he say. But those are the people that make big impacts in their state because of the influence of the East Coast.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
That's what be making niggas hot. Like they hot, but I like a lot of that. I like the East Coast sound and all that West Coast sound. I mean,
Word, because when I was growing up, I was listening to Above the Law, what was Compton Most Wanted. We was everything that came from LA that was virtually on some gangster hip hop shit niggas was listening to. Like my cousin Grand Shaka, God bless his soul, he was a DJ. So we was hearing a lot of shit first because he was a DJ. See, back in the days, in the late 80s and the early 90s, they had a such thing called white labels. White labels was was basically promo copies of the music that just came out. And they would put all the hot songs on an A and a B side.
Yeah.
All the hot songs. They probably, if there was 10 hot songs out there, have both of those shits on one white label. And the white label was for you not to know where you getting these cuts from. That's, you know what I'm saying? Only the DJ would know.
early release shit.
Early release shit. So niggas be like, where you got that? Look at the turntable, all you see is a white label. You can't tell where you got it from. And that was the mystique of being a DJ getting exclusive music. So exclusive music, believe we was one of the first niggas to hear Who Shot Ya and all that type of shit. All those cuts, all those instrumentals, cause and they used to come, the singles used to come with maxi singles where they had the motherfucking instrumental. So we was making Maxell tapes over all them instrumental beats back then.
Yeah.
Everything that came out, we had. Believe that. Niggas used to be like, yo, how you get this? Nigga, y'all niggas know Grand Shaka, DJ, that nigga getting
shout out to
everything.
my brother Grand Shaka. Rest in
Word.
peace. Word.
My guy, what's going on? DJ Quick. Yeah, we was listening to all that shit. Niggas saying true. Yeah, nah, I'm just stating facts because when we was in, when you look back on the history of hip hop, right? It's a lot of greats. It's a lot of people that contributed to this culture, and you can't take nothing from nobody from Mad Wicked to Crucial Conflict. These is Midwest groups. I listened to everybody. You had to know what was going on if you was into the hip hop game. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas spectated and was watching hip hop from afar, from magazines and hip hop shows. What I'm saying is, from where I'm from, I got to indulge in that shit when that shit was here. Which you like, you know what it is to be a young kid, like 12, 13 years old, and you just walking down Amsterdam Avenue, or you walking down Skrilla Hill, and you seeing Tupac in that same outfit that he about to shoot his scene in Juice in the Chinese restaurant. Like, we used to bump into niggas when they was on the come up. And that's the time when you had to come to New York. Now the industry is everywhere. Atlanta, LA, they ain't have these offices and companies and places where New York had, because you had to come to New York for the meetings and shit. But now it's to where hip hop is so universal and spread out. It's in Europe, it's in all these places. And it's just saying, getting hip hop from the Mecca is getting it is different from getting it secondhand from your TV screen or from a magazine if you didn't indulge actually in the hip hop culture. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying y'all ain't contribute and stuff like that. What I'm saying is, from where I'm from, getting to see it grow from a seed into this big tree of hip hop to where it can be spread out to LA, to Europe, and all these different places. This hip hop is even in Japan now. So it's just a universal art now. You know what I'm saying? But I got to see that shit grow. I got to see a lot of things and experience hip hop on a whole different level by being from New York. That's all I'm saying. Like, for example, Cypress Hill was out in 1988. Ice Cube wrote this. The last poets used to talk that shit. Yeah. Yeah, hip hop is a dope ass art form, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope art form, and and you able to learn from different cultures of how the art form to spread it out. I've always loved the West Coast music, from the beats to the way y'all approach y'all delivery and cadence on y'all beats. Niggas from New York, let me tell you something. When that G-Funk era was out in New York, I used to be chilling in the Bronx and Webster Projects. That's all niggas used to play. Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, motherfucking Snoop when he first came out with the deep cover soundtrack shit, the 187. All that shit came out. I was listening to that shit in the Bronx. They was listening to nothing but that shit. Sam Snead, Corrupt. My nigga Bird used to put me on to a lot of that shit. Be like, yo, this is these niggas from the West Coast. This is Sam Snead. Yo, this is that nigga, that Snoop Dogg nigga. Yo, this is Corrupt. This is Daz. He be making beats too. This, that, and the third. Niggas used to put me on because they was hip hop niggas too. And like I said, Bronx is really the place where hip hop was born. So niggas is in tune with the music, especially hip hop. If you dope, I don't give a fuck if you from Hawaii. If you dope, I'ma listen to you. Straight up. If you got some dope shit, I'ma listen to you. 88 was a good year for music. Bobby Brown, New Edition, Keith Sweat, yep. All that shit. We used to listen to that shit. Let me put the picture back up. Oh man, my guy Mark. That kid right there, Mark, his mom's took me everywhere. I experienced a lot of my dopest shit with that kid right there, right? So his moms used to have a plethora of cars. You know what I'm saying? Coming up in the 80s, you know, young black girls and guys, they was getting to a bag in Harlem, New York City, right? His mom's was one of them. My godmother, Val, right? Now, she used to have a white Subaru with the black stripe with the carpet interior back in the days. And we used to ride to, she used to take us to every restaurant, every arcade, all that type of shit, get us fresh, do all that type of fly shit, right? And it used to be a soundtrack to our day. And it'd be niggas like New Edition, Bobby Brown, Johnny Kemp Just Got Paid, Keith Sweat. We used to listen to all that shit driving around. She driving around playing all that R&B shit. You on my lick, Freddie Jackson, all that shit. We used to be everything. We used to be just cruising around the city. Fudd Ruckers, Ground Round, Sizzler, Beefsteak Charlie's, Hooper's Choice, Jekyll and Hyde, going to this, going to that, going to this amusement park, going to this, flying to Tampa, Florida, doing this, doing that. She had the Eddie Bauer edition Explorer, uh burgundy joint, and she had the turquoise joint. Riding around in those state, yo, bro, going to Queens for the whole summer in the house, buying mad fireworks, going like, bro. When I tell you, I had one of the best childhoods. I don't know about really not experiencing the finer things of life or experiencing dope ass shit, because it just, you to grow up in New York in them times, it's like you was born at the right time. You was born right in the cusp of when everything was transforming from the 70s into the 80s, and I got to witness all of that, and I ain't missed no time out because I never went to prison. I got to see to everything since I can comprehend what life was. I've seen everything from 79 on up without going to prison, bro. That shit is amazing. That shit is amazing. Or that's me and my best friend Marlon. I experienced so much shit with that kid going. This is when niggas used to go to Jackson Hole, and them burgers used to be like this fucking big, my nigga. Word. Going out on Easter Sundays with my nigga Mark. Me and him fresh. Niggas got on captain sailor hats and all that. With the yo, bro, with the white pants on, with the white suede bucks or the white Adidas sneakers or some shit like that. Like niggas had like dope childhoods. And he used to give me wild shit because Mark was growing bigger than me. That nigga used to give me wild Nautica shit. Like, yo, here, you want this? Yo, you here? Yo, here, I gotta make a mad bag for you. Nigga, I wasn't ashamed about getting hand-me-downs and shit from my man. That nigga had fly shit, all the Nautica shit. That nigga was growing bigger than me. I always stayed little Tony, so he was like, yo, all that shit, all them hoodies you like, yo, I'm giving value. He used to be like, yeah, give all that shit to Tony. Take all that shit. That nigga's growing too fast, Tone. I'm like, yo, give me all that shit. Taking all, go to school. Niggas like, oh, this nigga. Yo, I'm telling you, that's how it used to. That's like growing up around fortunate families and fortunate friends. Like shit used to be dope that like that type of way. Like I had like that was like my second family. Like they used to take me on trips whole summer, Tampa, Florida, going to Malibu Grand Prix. That's when I be talking about going to Malibu Grand Prix in the rhymes. That was with this nigga, my nigga Mark. And that at that time, that nigga can draw his ass off. That nigga right there in that picture, yo, that nigga used to sit there and draw me. I can be doing like this. He'll draw me. I need to draw Slimer from Ghostbusters just looking at the picture. Like that nigga was nasty. Yo, this nigga was so nasty with that fucking marker, bro. I used to be like, yo, Mark. And he used to write two called Eber, E-B-E-R. He used to write Eber. And he used to just be drawing I used to be like, yo, Mark, what you gonna do with this, bro? He'd be like, I asked him a couple of years ago, you still draw? He was like, nah. I'll be like, yo, Mark, my nigga. You used to be, yo, he was nasty. That kid was nasty. He came from a fortunate family, and he wasn't stingy. He experienced. I remember I did some dick ass shit and broke his basketball hoop, one of his basketball hoops. Look, we always used to play miniature basketball. I broke one of his hoops on Christmas, thinking I can hang time on it because it was wood. That shit broke. I was so embarrassed, but my nigga ain't tripped. That nigga just took that shit off, put the hoop inside the door. It was like, come on, he just kept playing ball. It was like, I was like, yo, bro, I feel bad, bro. He said, yo, fuck that. He put it at the top of his door and we was playing all day. Niggas ain't tripped, bro. That's why I never forget my nigga Mark. He's still around, still my best friend. We don't talk every day and like that, but yo, bro, man, that nigga right there is a funny nigga, my nigga Mark. Yo, we moved to Tampa for a summer, right? And his moms used to live in this condo complex called Brandon Cove, right? In the back of it, it had the swimming pool, the gym, all that shit, all the ethnicities to where niggas is building condos now. That shit was down there years ago, right? It used to have a big ass pond with mad ducks in it, like 100 ducks, seagull. It just used to be mad ducks, Them had frogs, everything in this big ass pond. It separate both complexes like it's a big ass pond. So Val used to work at the bank Wells Fargo and shit as an armor lady. She used to drive armored trucks and shit and do stuff like that. So she used to leave this kid named Justin to look after us. This nigga was a army nigga. He was in the army, but I think he had got discharged or whatever. But then we used to chill at this nigga house. That's the wrong Val. I'm gonna tell you now. That was the wrong nigga to leave us with. That was the wrong nigga to leave us with, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all now. We can talk about this shit. This shit is 30 something years ago, almost 40 years ago, bro. Now at least 30 something years, right? Cause I'm 47, right? But yeah, damn, right? So every crib had a motherfucking balcony, right? So mind you, Justin lived with like two other niggas. They had like a 3-bedroom condo. These niggas had pornos, magazines, everywhere. All take. Me and Mark, I'm 13, he 12 at the time. He was just about to 12, 13 in October. My birthday is early in June. So this was like a dope birthday trip because we got down there on the 4th of July. I'll never forget this trip a day in my life. Yo, so as we get familiar with the nigga, these niggas got mad porno magazines. These niggas is some college bachelors. These niggas is just wild. They got this fucking hand pump BB gun. So, yo, niggas was pumping this air BB gun for like 40 minutes, bro, till where it was so hard to pump. Niggas aimed at a duck in the pond and shot that shit. Pow! Hit the duck. Oh! Niggas thought they missed. Then they start seeing the duck shaking all that. Niggas just like, oh shit. Right? So niggas done shot the duck. Now the duck passes. Niggas is feeling bad. So niggas wait till it get dark. Don't you know we go get the duck out the pond? These niggas is so retarded, right? Let me tell you how niggas is retarded, bro. These niggas go get an old pair of hair clippers and start shaving the duck to see where they shot the duck at and all this stuff. Yo, bro, I'm looking at these niggas like, yo, don't mind you, this is supposed to be our guardians. We only 12 and 13. They supposed to be watching this. Me and Mark, we go back to the apartment and like, Val had so much, like, Val used to give us so much money. Like, we used to go to like, no lie, we used to go to the supermarket and buy everything that we wanted to eat, right? Cause Mark, at that age, that nigga Mark used to know how to cook. He used to know how to cook cheeseburgers, mad shit. So he used to just go to the supermarket. We used to cook mad shit, but it'd be sometimes when niggas don't want to cook, we'll order Domino's, we'll order Chinese, we'll order mad different shit. Yo, his mom's had a movie collection, right? Like, on the balcony, it's a closet. You open the closet, you go to the balcony, get on the balcony, you open the closet door. She had like 2 big fucking industrial pamper boxes full of VCR tapes. And that summer is how I got familiar with the Mac, Superfly. I've been know about Coolie High, but all those type of movies, Education of Sonny Carson, all this. We used to just sit in the house and just watch that shit. Me and Mark, when we could, cause his sister Binky, shout out to Binky, Brianna. She used to always want to fucking watch Barney and Baby Bop all day. That shit used to drive us crazy. Like, yo, we used to be like, yo, we gotta wait till she go to sleep. But when she go to sleep, we had just watch 4 or 5 movies straight. Like binge, we was binge watching before they call it binge watching. We was so intrigued about all those old movies that we didn't get to see. Purple Rain, all that stuff. She had everything. But Binky used to always want to watch Baby Bop. This is 92, 93. This is when Barney was big as Michael Jackson, B. Yeah, real life dunk hunt video game. Nah, that's for real. Yo, bro, that was the best summer of my life. My life. That's the year Mo Money the movie came out. We went to go see that while we was down there. I'll never forget it. I had the world peace African Kunta print air raid sneakers, the black and white joints. I went down there, them white boys was like, yo, what are those? Yo, bro, niggas ain't know about the air raids with the double straps. I went down there, I had the polo shirts with the I always wore loud shirts and colors like that. I always want to look like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And this is just going to show you like me and my man Mark, B. We used to do the hanger hoop too. We used to do the hanger hoop when the hoops broke and all that. Like we used to go to the toy store and buy Mad G.I. Joes and whatever basketball hoop we seen, Jordan Jammer, everything. We used to just be in the house dunking, doing all that. And Mark had all the Sega Genesis games with the adapter where you can play the old games on the Genesis on from the Sega. He had the adapter where you can put the adapter on it where you can play the old games from Sega and all that. Had Rocky. Yo, bro, we used to be playing Rocky all day, bro. It was hard as hell to beat Drago on that game. You had to keep punching down to his stomach. Keep punching down to his stomach, back that nigga up to knock him down. That's how I learned how to beat Drago. Like, we used to sit there, play Ultra Beast, all that shit. Fantasy Island. Yo, bro, my nigga, my man Mark room used to have all the Jordan posters up. Mark used to have so many new sneakers. His room used to just smell like new sneakers. Word. Me and my boy Mark used to have wild imaginations. Like his moms, they had a house in Queens, so they used to go shop for like learn furniture, like let out chairs and shit to have cookouts and shit. So back in them days, we used to go to Fortune Off, and Fortune Off, they used to have the displays of the gazebos, and they'd be having like fake food that looked real with like fruits and all that. And while they running through the store, we act like we own our own island, be like with the food set out, acting like, yo, this is our gazebo and stuff like that. Like, yo, imagine we had our own house and our food just waiting for us. Like, we come out, like, we used to be thinking crazy, me and my nigga Mark, B. That's my bro. That's my nigga right there, B. Yeah, I had the original metallic fives on. Yeah, the originals. You see that tongue? They don't make that tongue like that no more, boy. You seen me, B? Me and my man Mark. We was playing. We was already playing that joint and jammer. We was on. Wow, what? That's the year them things came out. What year them joints came out? What year them joint fives came out? Word, B. I'm telling you, my nigga. Me and my nigga Mark, B. We used to like now as I sit back and realize, right? When we every restaurant we used to go, all the big time drug dealers used to be in them joints. We used to be seeing the Alpos and the Rich Porters in these restaurants we used to be going to when we was little kids, AKAs on 7th Ave. They used to have the best pepper steak. Benny's on the hill on Hum 50th. It used to be a diner, and the cops used to eat it and call Benny, make the best cheeseburgers. The french fries come in aluminum foil with salt and pepper, skinny shoestring french fries. Yo, bro, we used to go to all, like, Val used to be in the streets. My moms used to be in the streets. They used to be hustling. They boyfriends used to be hustling and shit. Dougie Lime, Willow, niggas like that. If y'all from Harlem, y'all know who I'm talking about. So we used to be fortunate to get shit, all that Delta Force, all the Quantum Force, all that type of shit. Adidas sweatsuits, top tens, Cortez, Adidas strap-ons. We did it all. We ain't missed no fucking era. I don't know what niggas be talking about. That goes to proof of right there. My man Mark had just took off, I think, some Agassiz or something. We just coming in his house. His mom just wanted to take a picture of us real quick. I ain't even get to take off my sneakers. We about to get busy on that joint jammer. Yeah, 89, 90. Yeah, believe 89. Yeah, that was like 89, 90 right there. Yep. That's how I was doing it. Yeah, them Agassiz, yeah. My man Mark just probably kicked off a pair of those or something. Yeah, but those was the days, B. Shout out to Raw Bass, B. You was definitely a soundtrack in that car. When Val played that, it's that dude that make a thing go right. Yeah. Yo, you know you about to go somewhere special. Val used to have the Subaru. This one you have to take your stereo out the car. What they used to call those, the Benzie box. Let me know in the comment section. Those was called Benzie boxes, right? When you take the thing out and carry it, the radio with you, because people were breaking your car and take your radio. So you used to press a button and pop out the whole radio. They used to carry it around the Benzie box. She used to have the Benzie box in the Subaru. When she connect that thing on and them lights come on, that shit used to look dope. When she press it in, the lights will come on. And then that, yeah, whoo, yeah, it's they do to make a thing go. If she ain't playing that or that, just got paid Friday night, Friday. Now the rhythm, and you night. Yo, that's all she used to. Yo, she used to play that. Don't be cruel. That was an 88. That don't be cruel in that Subaru. We knew we was going to a good restaurant. We knew we was about to go to Sizzler or Ground Round. We knew we was going somewhere. Hooper's Choice, because she put that on. Girl, only thing that matters in. Yo, you hear that? You know you going somewhere. Val used to set the mood. She groomed us to be young hustling niggas. She is like, y'all niggas ain't gonna be no bitch niggas. Y'all niggas gonna grow up. Y'all gonna all that shit, all the shit you seen the drug dealers in, we was wearing. Delta Force, Quantum Force, Dunks, all that shit. Niggas is bugging. Jordans, all that. Yeah, the Alpine. Yeah, the Alpine. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, the ground rounds in the pit. Yeah, they had the ground round. Yeah, bro. Niggas don't know about that, B. Me and my man Mark used to that joy. Pump it up in rain. Keep it going. That sunshine. What else? In rain. Oh, baby. Or she used to play that Dougie Fresh, that today is summertime. Hey, can them play that Getting Funky in that Subaru? Getting funk. Come on, baby, yeah. Come on, baby, yeah. Come on. She used to play that beat. Yo, my nigga, you knew you was going somewhere special. You knew if she started getting into all that Lilo Thomas and all that, you start hearing that. This is the Quiet Storm. You know you about to go to Queens. You know she about to take us to the house in Queens. I knew her playlist. I used to look at my, we're going to Queens. He like, yep. I was like, you knew by the playlist of where you was going. That's how Val used to. You be like, yo, Val, I'm going to Queens with y'all. She said, yep. She said, I already got clothes from me at the house for you. Don't even worry about nothing. We going shopping tomorrow. Don't even worry about it. You want to go on back to 51st, or you coming to Queens with us? We're going to Queens with y'all. Buggy. Big house, big backyard, all that. Upstairs, downstairs, basement, big TV with the bar. Me and Mark used to act like we was in chairs. We used to act, sometimes we used to be arguing over who gonna play Sam. I used to be like, fuck it, I play Norm Peterson. They gotta sit on the bar, sell me beers all day. That's how we used to be thinking, bro. We used to have a good, me and my man Mark, that nigga right there, in that burgundy shirt, bro, different. I'm telling you. Yeah, that Shub Rock and all that. Yeah, that Quiet Storm. Yeah, when you heard that Quiet Storm, you know you was going to Queens. You knew we was going to Queens. Me and Mark eating big bowls of, watching the honeymooners marathons, eating the big bowls of Captain Crunch berries and all that. Big stupid retarded cake bowls and all that. Niggas used to be bugging out. Vibe used to be like, y'all bugging the fuck out. Y'all know damn well y'all don't need no big ass bowls like that. Y'all just bugging out. If it was FaceTime back in the day, she probably would have called somebody like, look at these two dickheads. These niggas sitting here in the basement watching honeymooners with two big stupid ass bowls of cereal with big ass spoons. Yo, we used to be wilding. That's what being spoiled was about, B. We was good kids in school. All we had was He-Man's, G.I. Joes. Every time we go to Toyota, trading G.I. Joes, Bionic Six Men, He-Man's, Thundercats. We had all that shit. All that shit, all that shit. The Castle, Grayskull, all that shit. The bikes for the G.I. Joes. We had all that shit. Val spoiled us the fucking dough. Our fucking mothers, boyfriends, and baby fathers, they was big fucking hustlers at the time. Willow was one of the biggest hustlers in Harlem at the time. Becky Vine was my mom's married him. One of the biggest hustlers at the time. Niggas was privileged. I used to just come home from school and got 2 boxes of sneakers right there. Gray, white on gray, Delta Force, high top blue, white and navy blue Delta Force with the hats and the t-shirts that match. Like, you bugging the fuck out. Like, this shit is vintage shit. I'm telling you, it was a whole different time back then, B. My grandmother made sure I had them Jordans. Grandma Cat, what sneakers you want? We going to get them Jordans. Metallic Johns. They ain't even got that tongue no more. You see how the light reflected off that thing? I thought, man, with the Gumby, you could see half the Gumby right there. Nigga, I thought I was motherfucking, you couldn't tell me I wasn't Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, nigga. You can't tell me I wasn't Fresh Prince of one of them niggas, man. Look at the colors back then, B. It's 89, 90 right there, baby. Look at the colors back then, B. Me and my man Mark, Eba. My boy Eba 1, is Mark and his man Tone. That's how they used to say. That's how they used to say it. Yeah, Mark and his man Tone. Or yo, that's Tone and his man Mark. That's how them old heads used to be like, yo, that ain't nothing but Mark and his man Tone, man. Them little niggas is cool. I ain't trying to get into nothing. We used to sit on the stoop all day in the summer, ride our skateboards, draw, play with our G.I. Joes on the steps, all type water guns, super soakers, doing all that dumb kid shit. When I was little, right? Yo, this nigga Mark, yo, you remember the Power Wheels back in the day? That was the Knight Rider car, and they had the Dukes of Hazzard. That nigga had both. Niggas used to be sick of me and this nigga up and down 51st. He'll be in the Dukes of Hazzard, and I'll be in the Knight Rider, or I'll be in the Knight Rider, he be in the whatever. I'll be like, yo, what you want to do? He be like, nigga, whatever car you want to ride today. We was little kids, 7, 8 years old, in the big Dukes of Hazzard car or the Knight Rider, and his shit lit up with the kid shit going like this. I know y'all remember those cars. It was the Dukes of Hazzard car and the Knight Rider joint. Then we went to the big wheels. When the big wheels came out, we had the G.I. Joe big wheels, and we had the Knight Rider big wheels. Like, what y'all want to do? What y'all niggas want to talk about far as this vintage shit? What y'all niggas want to do? My man Mark had all that shit. That nigga used to be like, yo, nigga, you ain't gotta stop telling your moms to buy you this shit. I got this shit. That was like basically my brother. He was like, it's here, nigga. Fuck. Val did not play about me. Mark did not play about me. My boy Mark, he ain't play about me. It used to be me, him, and what was Courtney? Him, and Courtney, his god brother, that was lived on her 50th. Courtney used to always be with us. That was my nigga. I wonder where Courtney at. That was my nigga Courtney. His pops used to have the shoe store on Mark 125. Man, I'm telling you, man, y'all niggas wasn't there. Yep, the green machine. Niggas had that too. Yep, sure did. Sure, sure the hell did. Yeah, no stink. God bless. If that we talking about the same stink, word, man. I'm from the real 51st between Amsterdam and Broadway, the original. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, man. Tracy, good looking. Tracy Allen, 1996. I'm telling you, I was there, boy. We was there. We was there. Block parties. Val used to make sure we was fresh. Niggas got on Easter sneakers just for a block party. That's why we used to describe the sneakers. Yo, nigga got on Easter sneakers. That's how fly. You know you out on some fly shits. Sergio Tracini shoots, all that. Niggas, if my grandmother wasn't spoiling me, Val and Mark was. My best friend. I think he used to always like, yo, go to Tony. Everywhere he went, that was dope. Go get Tony. He lived in 511, I lived in 558. Go get Tony. You either seen that white Subaru pull up in front of my building or those Eddie Bauer edition Explorers or Expeditions at the time. Eddie Bauer edition Expedition. She had the toy course and she had the cranberry joint. Yep, sure did. Val even had hoopties. We was in Florida. We had a hoopty in Florida. Val, I guess Val ain't give a fuck then. She had the hoopty. Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Rob Bass. Yeah, man. Shit's sad, baby. Back to back deaths. Every time I look up at somebody dying, man, I can't take it no more. So many people, so many people transition this year. It's crazy. Excuse the chewing. But yeah, man. You're getting to see shit fade away from your childhood, man. That's how you know you getting older. That's how you know you getting older. We've been up here like 80 minutes. I appreciate everybody that was tapping in. You know what I'm saying? I respect everybody's opinion. You know what I'm saying? But to experience the hip hop in New York City in the golden era, what a time to be alive. That's all I'm gonna say. The city wasn't even pretty. A lot of abandoned buildings, stray dogs running around, the street hustlers, the people that wanted more out of life made the ghetto look pretty by the by the gritty ambiance of the gutter, but they was wearing fluorescent colors, loud colors. Cars was loud colors. It was just shininess. It was like, yo, we live in this, but this is where we really want to be. The landscape was drawn out by the hustlers, meaning they the ones that made this filthy shit look good. The big earrings, the girls in the dope outfits, the cutie pies, girls that was coming out to get numbers from the hustlers. This this was shaped the hip hop culture in New York, because in the beginning they had the street gangs like the Black Spades and all that, and the Nomads and all those crews from the Bronx and stuff like that. They used to wear the the vest, the denim vest with the patches and all that. It was gang banging back then, but then Stitch started transitioning into hip hop with the battling of the crews and stuff like that, and the graph on the walls and the DJing and the stuff. Like, I'm not saying, I'm pretty sure everybody had their park jams. I'm pretty sure everybody in those eras, anywhere, I don't give a fuck if it was in Detroit, DC, everybody had their block parties. But I'm telling you, if you from DC and you ever came to New York during them summer times and you was acquainted with a Harlem hustler that you was cool with, and he took you through the city of New York at them times in the 80s and 90s, there's anybody, you ain't even got to just be from DC, anywhere, but be a nigga from DC and got ties to a Harlem nigga in them times and coming up and seeing what's going on. They'll tell you it was nothing like New York City at them times. It was nothing like it. Everywhere you went, it was live. It was loud outside. It was like it was just like excitement everywhere. It was lively. Nowadays, they so lively now, but it was lively. Like everywhere you went, every street corner, every basketball court you went to, everywhere, everybody had their own territory. Everybody was making shit look good. You know what I'm saying? They was making everything look good. That was the dope thing about New York City. You had to be here. And I'll never forget them days. There's a lot of people passing on. There's a lot of things transitioning. Like, I was walking past my old block and I seen this whole side of the street knocked down for reconstruction. I'm like, damn, them buildings been there since I was a little kid. Now they knocking them shits down. Like, I got to live long enough to see buildings that I used to go in as a kid, in stores that I used to go in. Like, Mr. Davis was the only black candy store on my block on 135th when I lived there. I used to leave PS 92, go get this one $1 went a long way. You can go get a pack of cookies, bag of chips, a quart of water, juice, and some candy. You got a nice little snack bag, and you'll go run to the crib. Either you watching Good Times, or you watching Eight Is Enough, or you watching Video Music Box. Like, I used to watch the shows like Eight Is Enough, Charge and Charge, Give Me a Break, Small Wonder, Silver Spoons, Charles and Charles, Saved by the Bell, Degrassi, Junior High. I used to watch all that shit. Reed and Rainbow. Like, I was a TV nigga. I knew what shit came on. Like, they used to call me TV God in my house, because I knew what time everything used to come on. Niggas would be like, how the fuck, like, nigga, at this time it come on every day, so you just, it comes on at 3:30. Word, different strokes. Word, definitely different strokes. I remember on Channel 11, they used to have Give Me a Break, Good Times, Different Strokes. I remember when WPIX used to have a lineup like that, or nothing but black shows, Jeffersons and all that type of shit. I used to watch all that type of shit. Still to this day, if I want to just chill and get my mind clear, I'll just watch Good Times. I'll go to Tubi, I'll go to one of these streaming sites where they got a bunch of episodes of Good Times, and they remind me how I grew up. Like, that's when everybody you might have 5, 6 people in the living room all laughing at the same shit they watching. You don't even get people together. And see, that's the thing about the lockdown that was kind of good. It kept families together. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time I sat down with my family in over 20 years, and we all had a meal together, or we all sat down and watched a movie together. You know what I'm saying? That was the only thing that came out that good. That was that quarantine, because I couldn't even go live during that quarantine. I should have been. I probably wouldn't have been super rich, but my mind was on survival. I wasn't thinking about entertaining. That used to be me and Mark Shake. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? I was I was just watching. I was just looking at something on Instagram the other day, and I realized the lady that used to play. What was her name? I forget. It's been so long I ain't seen this show. What was the lady, the black lady name that used to be like the on the show? The black lady. She started playing movies and all that, but she was the black lady that used to always narrate the Carmen San Diego show. What was her character name? I'm almost forgot. Yo, bro, it's been so long. But Carmen San Diego, me and Mark used to be glued to that shit. Like, it was just a certain feeling when you heard certain theme songs and shit like that that glued you to that Nickelodeon shit. Even we used to watch Double Dare and Nick at Night and all that. Yeah, she was on Lean on Me. Yep, she was Lean on Me. I'm from 138th and Lenox Ave. Man, that park on 39th and 140th, that park used to be jumping. Candlelight Chinese food. All the best Chinese food was in bars back in them days. You even went to Patsy's or you went to Candlelight Bar and you went in the back of the bar and you got Chinese food. That's what kept niggas in the bar because they able to go fill their stomach with that fried rice and them chicken wings, and they would be there as long as you got something to feed that alcohol. You gonna be there. So I remember how that bar looked, smelled, how that food tastes. Chinese food do not taste the same as it did back in them days. And the best Chinese food was the dingy, dirty Chinese restaurants. Those ones had but the ones that had the grimy looking kitchens. Those who made the best Chinese food, niggas that didn't change that chicken grease or like fire. I'm telling you, those was the days, B. Those was the days, man. I wish I had a time machine just to re-experience certain things, man. But that's the funny thing about life, man. You only get one, and you got to create a lot of memories, B. And I got a lot of memories, a lot of bad ones, but a hell of a lot of good ones. You know what I'm saying? Especially my childhood with this fella right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy he has beautiful kids. He's still well, doing well. You know what I'm saying? Val's still doing well. Like those is my like before the Uncosta shit, those are the people that accepted me for just being Tony. You know what I'm saying? Just always knew I was funny. You know what I'm saying? I used to dance. You know what I'm saying? I was a good friend. You know what I'm saying? Me and Mark even had fist fights. We used to fuck each other up sometimes. Sometimes we used to get, because we loved each other so much, we used to get on each other nerves. We used to deck the shit out of each other, fight those shit. And then right after, he'd be like, yo, you want a cheeseburger? I'd be like, yeah. He'd say, yo, I'm gonna make us some milkshakes. I'd be like, bet. Like, that was my brother. Like, that's what type of friends you had back then. Like, I remember that shit. Me and him, the niggas, for Val was like, I know y'all niggas wasn't in here fighting each other. We was just looking. Our shirts, lips is busted, shirts is all ripped. She was like, y'all want me to fuck y'all niggas up? Y'all niggas is fucking family. Y'all niggas don't be fucking fighting each other. And we just looked at each other, gave each other hugs. It's like, nah, that shit's about. Start playing Sega Genesis, playing Rocky, Ultra Beast. Like, that's what real friend is. And I'm thinking when I go home, he ain't gonna be mad or something. The next day, nigga calls my phone like, yo, come down the block. Yo, come to the crib. We about to go over here. Yeah, I was watching Living Single on Beverly Hills 902. I used to watch 21 Jump Street. I'm telling you, I was a TV fanatic. I used to watch all that shit, Chips, all that. um the Whartons, all that, Bonanza. I used to love, my grandfather had got me into watching westerns, so I used to watch Bonanza, all that shit. Cool Hand Luke, all those old movies, Humphrey Bogart. I'm a different nigga. I was just raised different. Channel 5 had the best Kung Fu flicks. That's how I got into Kung Fu flicks. Like, yo, bro, I went through them eras, bro. I was there. And experiencing that shit as in New York was like none other. I remember when Kiss FM and WBLS used to have the promotional trucks that coming out, throw out the merch, the t-shirts, the fanny bags and hats and all that shit. They'll go to the local basketball tournaments and get out shit and be playing mad music loud and just having fun. It's vibrant. I seen a thing on Instagram that said, yo, why is color leaving the earth? Like, it's as we get older, life is starting to get more dull. And they were showing pictures from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And then they start showing how shit start transitioning to dark, dimmer colors within the transition of the 2000s. I'm like, yo, damn, bro. They slowly fading out color on us. Like the vibrance, they making everything to a low vibrational. Like colors is vibrations and attitude and emotions are painted to your chakra. And you keep, and they know that. Like, yes, certain colors and shit like that is, um, activates our chakras. And I'm just like, yo, damn, that's why everybody on such a low vibration, because it ain't no more color. I remember like just seeing a lot of colors, even from the cars when I was growing up. Everything was a lot of colors, clothes, a lot of colors. Everywhere was colorful. Everything had to have color. Future is soulless. Yeah, man. I remember even on Easter, paisley colors like pinks and lavenders and soft blues and greens, and you don't see none of that shit no more, bro. Christmas time, even for the ones, I'm Muslim, but even for the ones that do celebrate, you don't see no more Christmas lights up on the fire escapes or nothing. Everything got so colorless, bro. We living in a colorless world. We really live in a colorless world right now. I'm just here vibing up. Went a little Saturday. It's a laid back day, so I said, fuck it. Come up here and go live with y'all. Paco and cross color, that was bright. I ain't do the Paco, but I did the cross color and the damage. Like a lot of Jamaicans used to wear that shit, but we came up in it. Like I got to see every era of the clothing, and not saying I could afford a lot of shit, but I made sure, like when it came to that, because my mom's had me, my little brother Doug, and my sister at the time. So I used to figure out ways how to not over flood my mom's pockets and be trying to, like, for a single parent back then it was hard. But I had help. You know what I'm saying? I had uncles, I knew how to hustle, this, that, and the third. So like burning the clothes and getting sneakers, that shit was weighed off my mom at 13, 14. Especially when I jumped off the stoop. Nigga, I was buying sneakers like every other Friday, this, that, and the third. I ain't even care at the time. Like, that's why I don't go shopping now. Because nigga be having I be having sneakers in the closet and they be re-dropping and I already had them from two. I'll be like, I ain't doing that. Yeah, I love Houston. Word. But I just wish right now, what I'm doing right now, right? And y'all can help me in the comment section. I'm writing a movie But I want it to be so on point, from the feeling to the music to the clothing. And I want it to take place from like at least from 88 to about 99. And I want y'all to drop songs, TV shows with clothing, colognes, food spots. Drop all that shit in the comment section that'll add on to the film. You know what I'm saying? To make it authentic, so where you be like, damn, he really tapped in into how those times was feeling and how they was looking. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Rest in peace, Raw Bass, man. Pick a Raw before we got out. But yeah, that was my best friend, Eba. Man, and young fellows. Rest in peace to Black Rob. I mean, yeah, bro. Rest in peace to Black Rob. Rest in peace to Raw Bass too. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. We've been here for like an hour and a half. We just cooling, vibing on this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? What up, Steve? What up? You know, we been here vibing, man. Thanks for everybody that check in. Thanks for everybody liking the, whoever liked and tuned in and subscribe. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Every time you gonna come and get a vibe. You know what I'm saying? You gonna come get a vibe. Rest in peace, Raw Bass. It take two to make a thing go right. Yeah, yo, y'all gotta get licenses on you. This is an idea I want to give YouTube. Y'all gotta give licenses to like certain songs or certain. Y'all gotta make a catalog of music to where we can use it on our videos for times like this, where we can pay tribute and we don't have to get. You know what I'm saying? It's just the music to where y'all can still get the money off the music. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all residuals, without us having to get flashed on our channels if we want to pay tribute to a Black Rob. You know what I'm saying? Or Raw Bass or not. You know, anything. Yeah. Got these out right now. This the crew neck. Got that Claire Huxtable on. Yeah, baby. Good quality. Harlem world. Yeah, got that good tune on, man. But man, until next time, thanks for everybody that tuned in. I appreciate y'all on this live on this Saturday, man. Boss Jeans. Yeah, Boss Jeans was definitely in Pepe, Maurice Malone. But now, leave them in the comment section. Comment on the live. Peace.